Mansi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reha. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Uh, so first, let me officially open the meeting for today. Meeting number. Okay, okay. All right. Do we have any people online? No, there are just Aaryan. We don't have online audience. Okay. Let's sorry for that. I declare meeting number 266. Rewinding the future from warp to life. Open. Before I proceed with the meeting further, I'd like to state the club mission, which is we provide a supportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. So, the announcements for this meeting are one, the varsity jacket payment link is open. So, whoever has not yet filled the form and paid, do so because you really don't want to miss out. And the second announcement is if anyone is interested to take part or take as a role taker in the evaluation and the table topic contest we will be having in the coming week, please contact Shell or Hridya. I mean Toastmaster Shell or Toastmaster Hridya for that. And the third announcement is judge if the contest is going to be Toastmaster Devi Prasad. So that's the announcement for today's meeting. Now, coming to today's theme, which is rewinding the future from wow to why. Up until like even last semester, I felt like future has so much in store for us, right? And then second year hit, and then I'm just like, I'm done with college already. Isn't that how second years feel? I don't know, right? Like first year was just like so, and you were so enthusiastic to try new things, to put yourself out there, and now you're just like, I'm done. And given the fact that there is a drastic drop in everything, I guess the seniors will relate. No? Yeah, sort of. You're like, I'm already the rock bottom. What can I say? Fair enough. I've been hanging out with the sedimentary rocks. What can I say? So, but before I take more of the time, I'd like to hand over the stage to the TMoD for the day, that is Toastmaster Aaryan, to continue further and see what this theme is going to be all about. Toastmaster Aaryan.
Right. Hello. Finally. Not the best day to choose this topic because I'm a little short on time because it's a table topics marathon. But anyway, so the reason I chose this topic is I hope I'm audible till the back, right? Yeah. So the reason I chose this topic is because tech is something which I don't need to. Yeah. Tech is something which I don't need to. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Tech is something which I don't need to try too hard on to understand, right? It's sort of like second nature, like coding or whether it's learning about new technologies or whatever it is. So the reason I've chosen wow to why is because recently I saw, I don't know how many of you have seen this. You've seen the new robot that Tesla has launched. I'm forgetting the name of it, but yeah. So it looks like the movies, yeah, thank you, the movies of olden times which depicted how the future would look like. It looks almost exactly like that. Of course, now what I've heard is the capabilities of AI are about 5% to its true potential. So if this is 5%, I'm scared to know what the future will hold. But as a lot of us here are in AI, I'm sure it'll also excite us. So now we'll start with you know it says rewinding the future. So let's go back, like way back. Now, printing presses, they started a while back, right? Physical printing presses. I don't know how many of you have actually seen videos of them, but there used to be a very big machine where they put, a paper, and then whatever they have to print is actually a physical, there's a physical object, the shaped of the sentence or of the word, and then they put the ink on it and they, stamp it on the paper. Now we have printers which cost lakhs and lakhs of rupees. So that is one way. Now the other thing is, I don't know how many of you know, but the wheel, right? Does anyone know where or when it was invented? Anyone? No? Okay. So actually, Mesopotamia, modern day Iraq. So good guess, though, fair guess. So the wheel was not invented originally for transportation. It was invented for stuff like pottery, right? So every tech, well, not every tech, most of all tech that was initially invented was not intended to be used as it is today. But like tech evolved, the ways to use them evolved, right? Now, all of this tech. Wheel is not really a tech, but in a car which has a naturally aspirated V12 engine or a twin turbocharged V8 engine, you still need wheels to run it. It's not gonna drive itself. So all these technologies, they are thousands, hundreds of years old. What else is 100 years old? Soon, Toastmasters. So Toastmasters is was started on October 22nd, 1924. There's over 14,700 clubs, 280,000 members, over 144 countries, so quite a milestone it has achieved. It'll be turning 100 in a few days. Coincidentally, we have our table topics and evaluation contest on the same days. So, yeah, that was the introduction, and this was the past. I will delve into a lot of very appropriate issue for a very appropriate title. Ah, chalo, okay, fine. As introduction, I come as a jolly. So things not as intense as Toastmaster Pranav.
Well, a general evaluator is basically someone who just gives an overview every day. But then when it comes to the table topic marathon, you basically don't have any specific evaluator. So I have it on me to take up the evaluation of everything and every person who comes on the stage and speaks and the meeting overall. That's basically the role of the general evaluator. And the way our collab meetings have been going, I don't have to nitpick much to find out. Because A, I have already a point to say we've started like half an hour late, but then reserving that for so long that I'll have to read it out from my phone. So pardon my incidents. But then timer for today, Toastmaster Rohan, who I'll start. Here is what I feel about know about you a bit. Put it up as an intro. Putting their own hand into the devil's mouth. And Toastmaster Rohan, the timer for the day. Good evening. Good evening, y'all. I'm Rohan, and I'm going to be your timer for today. As timer, it is my duty to time all of today's table topic speakers. It is also my duty to alert each of you about the amount of time you have left. I will be using three cards to denote the amount of time you have left. At the 1 minute mark, I will lift the green card. At the 1.5 minute mark, I will lift the yellow card. And from the 2 minute mark, I will lift the red card. Uh, and each table topic speaker will be given a period of 30 seconds to make up their speech, as well as a buffer period of 30 seconds after the 2 minute mark. So, best of luck with your speeches, and thank you. On to the general evaluator. Now, here's a part where I'm forced to break a cardinal rule and look at my phone to give these intros. Next, we have a grammarian, Toastmaster Akshata. And I'm going to read out verbatim what she has told me. Account. My bad. Between too many big intros, I got confused in who's who. Sorry. Our counter, that is Akshata. Well, reading out her intro, what she sent to me verbatim. She says, I'm Akshata, an eye owl and a curious mind, always eager to learn something new. While I come across as quiet as at first, don't let that fool you. I can talk a mile a minute once we hit it off. And I might even roast you a little along the way. I love engaging in deep conversations and hearing people's stories, adding my own witty and playful commentary to keep things interesting. With such a long intro and me making a lot of flaws in it, which the accounter will be noting down, I'm sure. Already starting off your role in a good time. Onto the stage, Toastmaster Akshata, the accounter for today.
Greetings, everyone. Uh, I'll be the counter for today. So I will be noting down the crutch words and fillers like and words like uh, and so you know, like, etc. And I will be reporting these at the end of the meeting. Over to the
Thank you, the accounter for today. Now, I have to open my phone up again to read another huge intro. That is a grammarian for the day. Toastmaster Vamsi. Again, reading out a paragraph verbatim. He says, Hey Toastmasters, this is Vamsi, the guy right here. All right, not me. In my first SEM, pursuing AI. That's what he's doing. Good job, man. My field, my branch. If I were to truly answer the question, who am I would say that I am a fragmented collection of every single person who has been close to my heart. Part of me is my friend's favorite TV show. Part of me is that one friend's trip, which I will always cherish. I like to believe that all of us are beautiful collection of the good and bad both alike. I'm a big movie buff. I love to watch TV shows no matter the genre. I'm an avid reader and a part-time chef. I'm fluent in Hindi, Telugu, and English. And my love for foreign languages is the guiding force behind me learning German. And honestly, I'm both scared and in love with the duo bird at this point. All right, Duolingo fam. I look forward to making a lot of new friends here at TAP and make more memories to last a lifetime. Unpopular opinion. Yep, the interview. Unpopular opinion. Popular opinion. Your introduction went a long while, but then continuing with what you said. Unpopular opinion. Thanos was right. He chose to wipe out half the universe at random to let the other half be happy. Look at it on a personal level, and it might sound insane, looking at the whole world from the lens of a realist, thing that could ever happen. With that, a love for a love for German language Toastmaster Vamsi, the grammarian for the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav. I'm Vamsi. I'll be a grammarian for this evening. My role as the grammarian will be to, I'll basically be on the lookout for good words, good phrases, and also grammatical errors. I'd also like to talk about the word of today. The word of today is meticulous, which means being extremely precise and paying attention to detail. And the idiom for today is jump the gun. That basically means when you start a task before you're supposed to, you can say that you've jumped the gun. That's it. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Pranav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vamsi. I really would have hoped that I jumped a gun with your intro, but I didn't. So yeah. With that being said, it's a table topic marathon. So have fun, relax a bit, take a chill pill, because you never know, you'll go from wow to why for not having fun in it. With that being said, back to the table topic, back to the Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Aaryan.
I'm stuck for some reason, but okay. Why do all the tech issues have? Okay, sure, why not? Yeah, so I forgot to introduce the flow, but thank you to Toastmaster Pranav who did. As you all know, it's a table topics marathon. So I'll tell a little bit about the topic and then we'll move ahead with the table topics marathon. So I talked about the past, right? The printing press, the wheel, and how they were invented for something which is not what we use them for today. Now, don't get me wrong, wheel is still used as a pottery mechanism, but we all know when we think of wheel, the first thing that comes up in our mind is cars or bikes or bicycles or any automobile vehicle, right? So now, from all of that ancient technology, we have come to modern technology. How many of you have seen the triple folding phone recently released in China? Yeah. Mate XT Ultra. Thank you, fellow tech geek. So, you know what I think? Why? Why? What's the need for it? There's hardly. I am an iPhone user, right? And I have been for a while, for about 5, 6 years now, and I've lost all faith in Apple. All faith. Every year they introduce a new button. This year it's for a camera. Guess what? We have 5 other ways to open the camera. No one needs a button on the side of the phone that'll increase the price of the phone by 10,000 rupees. We don't. We don't need that. It's so useless. Now, we also have good tech, like space tech, right? So we have the James Webb Space Telescope, we have the Hubble telescope, which, if I remember correctly, went offline not like a few some time back. But with the James Webb Space Telescope, I'm a space geek. I love space and I love dinosaurs. Those are my two extracurricular hobbies. They could not be more different. One is about the future and one is literally about the past. But moving ahead with the space tech, there's a lot of potential, right, in outer space. Because when you look, I don't know if you've heard of this, there's a probe called Voyager 1. It's the furthest object, man-made object that we've ever sent. So there was this physicist, I think, Nobel Prize winning physicist. I might have got his occupation wrong, so pardon with me there. But he said that, look at that, planet. It's a pale blue dot that we all call home. So the next time that you worry about very small things, just remember you're a collection of like atomic particles floating on a space rock. And this space rock has sent all of those wonderful technologies out into outer space for all that observation. So now I'll be talking more about all this, but without taking up more time, let's move ahead with the second main agenda for the meeting, table topics. So our table topic master for today is Toastmaster Viraj. Now, his introduction is very short and is oh, okay, good. He says he's Nikolesh's favorite person. So we have our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Viraj.
Hello everyone, how are you? Anytime. Okay. So, what do you think? What is table topic session? Anyone wants to answer? Oh, can you show that? Anyone else? Uttam? On the spot, correct? So, there are many methods in which you can do the table topic session. You can be a great speaker at it. Like, I'll tell you one of the principles of Toastmaster Akshay from another Toastmasters. He's a very, very old senior member of Toastmasters. He has a principle of Oreo, OREO. I clearly don't remember what the O's are, but first O is objective, in which whenever you are given a topic, like for example, consider Pranav. He's very handsome. So this is a topic. You have to speak upon it. So the objective is first you have to find the main points. What do you have to speak about? Pranav is a handsome guy. So the main thing is Pranav and handsome. So you get the keywords. What do you want to speak upon? Second thing is R, reasoning. Why do you think that Pranav is handsome? You have to find 2 to 3 reasons in the mind, in the 30 seconds which you are given. Think about that. E, Oreo E. E is the example. I have to give an example like one day one girl came and proposed Pranav, but he rejected like that. Something like that I have to tell. To give an example, why he's liked by many of the girls. Whole scenario, the whole what you have said, you have to give a summary about that. So starting with are you able? Did you understand what is Oreo? Maybe you can implement that. And if you include the word of the day or the idiom of the day in your voting points, 1 point will be added. So who is my first volunteer? Okay. Was she? I forgot. Toastmaster Reha. Guys, please clap. So your topic is a lesson learned late. Understood?
Everyone, my topic for the table topics is the lesson learned late. There are there are some things like in my fourth or fifth when I joined skating. It was I used to enjoy the skating, but I thought I wish I could join the earlier. And again, because after few years, my father made me quit because of the school timings. I joined another school, and the other lesson was I thought the college is wonderful and all, but in second year I'm facing some challenges. Back to Toastmasters.
My next volunteer. Mansi, come. I have a very good topic for you. So your topic is live talk with Arpita.
Arpita, can you please switch on your mic and your camera?
Camera, I can't. I'm really sorry. I'm not. I'm literally lying on the bed and just listening to this meeting. I'm undressed, so I'll just talk. Is that fine?
It's it's totally fine. It's absolutely fine. Actually, I'm gonna
Yeah.
come this side. Okay. You can see me, right? Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
How's life?
Not like
Ah, fair enough. Also, like, I'm really pissed off at you for not calling me for lunch, but you called Viraj. Oh, shut
yeah.
up.
Okay. I'm really sorry for that. I will bring. Okay. Wait. We'll have it in the next sem.
Done.
Done. Next sem.
Yes. Next sem.
Yeah. Because you're gonna have only the planned food from like whenever I come to the college now.
Oh, what are you
I
doing?
can't lying on the bed.
Right. How were your midterms?
My midterms went really bad. Why did you? And I think it's a common thing for everyone that the midterm goes really bad.
Fair enough, makes the two of us. Uh,
Yeah.
hmm, uh, I'm out of topics. I'm done. Thank you
Yeah.
to the TTM.
Thank you, Mansi. By the way, Mansi, it was an individual thing, a live talk with Arpita. You had to speak on your own, not talk with her. Still, it was good. We got to know about Arpita. So, who is my next volunteer? Sanidhya. The topic is the sun was shining brighter that day.
College had just started. We all were new. Everyone talking to everyone. Everyone trying to make friends. Every guy trying on every girl. This was the scenario. I mean, even though the college was Amrita School of Engineering, but then the guys are guys, right? Trying on girls. And I was one among them, looking for my options. One, two, three, four. I mean, I'm just a guy, right? I go to this girl, you know, heavenly, so beautiful. I go to her and I say, I really like you. Do you want to go on a date with me? She was like, not really. Like, come on, I'm a good looking guy after all. I dress up well. This is the starting of the college. You won't find many good looking boys in this college, right? Then she was like, you smell. I was like, huh? I never smell. I have the best perfume. I have the best perfume. 5,000 rupees I spend on that perfume just for this college. How do I smell? I look here and yeah, I was smelling. But then why? Because the day was too hot and the sun was brighter that day. Table topic.
It was good, Sanidhya. Next, raise hands all, or else I'll pick. And I have two categories if you see. This one. Difficult ones and the easy ones. Just with the.
Okay, Mansi, wait for a while. Jasvitha, your topic is Shivansh, my best friend.
Shivansh, my best friend. So this incident happened 2 years ago. The first time we were going out for a Toastmasters meeting. The meeting that occurred in Standard Chartered. So many of you were not there, but it was the first time when I was going to any corporate company. And this guy over there was wearing his black shirt, black pant, everything, and with a book, he was strolling around. And me and my friend Shambhavi, we are just not just normal people. We have stalked every person in that club at that point of time. We knew who this person was, but we did not know why was he very interested in this. Why was he giving so much confidence? And he was just, I don't know what he was going to do. His book was full of questions, and he went there and he asked everyone his questions. And my turn came for the table topics. Today's Toastmaster Sanidhya just raised my hand, but at that point of time, I was an Entu cutlet, so I raised my hand myself. And he asked me a question that tell me about your favorite movie. And this is not a normal crowd. This is a crowd full of corporate people and everyone, and I chose the best movie possible. I chose Paisa Vasool. If any one of you know, that's the best movie in the world. And that day, everyone laughed. And that day, I understood that I had a particular sense of humor that is likable. And I also understood that once I have to take engaging humor and kill the audience. And that audience happened to be you. So this person, Shivansh, rather he left that day very early, but he made me realize my passion as one of the things I can love on the stage. So he is my best friend, and back to the TMoD. Sorry, TTM.
Thank you, Jasvitha. Okay. This is not the part of the. Okay, whatever. Next volunteer. Shivansh, I have a question for you also, especially for you. Claps, guys, please. Louder. Toastmaster Shivansh, your question is a drinking night with Nikhilesh.
So, contrary to the popular opinion, me and Nikhilesh haven't had a drinking night as of right now since we've become roommates. We had one, but that is confidential matter known only to half of the tab right now. I don't want to let the other tab know. So, I'll keep that a secret. We have had other nights, obviously. So, one of these instances, we were just roaming around near the, if you guys seen the Shell petrol pump. So what happened, me and him, we were roaming and talking about life. And yeah, it was kind of depressing out there. And two cops come to Nikhilesh, since he was the one at that time. I didn't have it on me. I've had enough at that point. The cops come to them and straight up, they don't ask or anything. No. I'll show you what the cops do to you at night if you're roaming alone. Stop molesting me. They basically let us off with a warning because both of us were looking kind of dressed good and we weren't looking like we usually do, which is basically taporis at that point. Yeah, we haven't had a drinking night as of right now. When we do, I'll bring you in.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivansh. Uh, One, you come. Tell me your name.
I'm Mohith.
Mohit. Okay, so your topic is the best day of my life.
Hi everyone, my name is Mohith, studying in Amrita ACB Triple E branch, second year. So I've got a topic of the best day of my life. So we know the general fact that men don't really get hugs, right, from their fathers, right? So it was that day after uh, the first year was done, I went to my home and suddenly dad comes in front of me and he just gives me a hug. I don't know. Out of a, out of blue, he comes and gives me a hug. I said, why is this hug? You've completed your first year, you've got some responsibilities. So you need to take up those, and it's your responsibility that you should, even involve in family matters and all. So that was the best day of my life until now. Thank you.
For the first time, it was great, Mohit. So, timer, can I take a 5 minutes break? Yes. Wait. I would like to call Toastmaster Jasvitha. It's not a break, sorry.
Hi everyone, sorry for this little disruption. So I'm here as a part of the club leadership committee to announce the 16th XCOM elections. So many of you are new here, and how many of you not know about or were been in the last election, except the president? Okay, many of you are not aware of the elections, so I'm here to give a brief about it. Generally, I would like everyone's attention, Toastmaster Aaryan, in case you are willing to participate in the elections. Are you? Okay, cool. Just listen to this. I'll not take much of your time. So the club leadership committee is headed by the immediate past president, Toastmaster Nikhilesh, but he is currently not available. And I and Toastmaster Arpita are a part of the committee. So I'll be briefing you now. So in Toastmasters, we have terms of 6 months, which will be from Jan to June, and July to December. So the current term is, I think you know, July 2024 to December 2024. And the elections that are going to happen on November 4th. November 4th is the date, are for the year of 2025 from January to June. Thank you. Yeah. So the roles that you will be giving your names are President, Vice President Education, Vice President Membership, Vice President Public Relations, Secretary, Treasurer, and Sergeant at Arms. These are the 7 roles that you will be giving your pitch for. The elections will be as follows. The election form will be released by Toastmaster Nikhilesh subsequently after this meeting, and you can go ahead and fill each form individually for each of the role. It is not as bulk, each role a separate form, each role a separate reason, and once everything is given, the names and everything are arranged in the alphabetical order, and the day of the elections, the club leadership head, Toastmaster Nikhilesh, will read it out. There's a club leadership handbook. I think it has been shared in the group recently. And in a few pages, I think from the pages of 20, there are the roles and responsibilities of each of the role, from president to immediate past president. Which of the role you are interested, you can read about it. You can always contact your mentor, or you can contact us, any of us, 3 of us. So what you have to do is to prepare your 2-minute pitch. Day of the election, after the names are announced, you will be called onto the stage, you will be given the mic, and you have to speak for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, there is a hard deadline, and people will clap. You will not be allowed to speak one more word, and you'll be have to go out of the stage. So once the election deadline is over, you might get a doubt. Are you allowed to go onto the stage for the roles that you have not After everyone is done, the floor will be open and the head will call for a count, and you can raise your hand, you can come onto the stage and give your pitch. After the pitch is done, a Google form will be released and the role will be elected then and there. And the person which has been elected will not be allowed to go for a second role. Their name will be removed for the other roles as well. So this is the process of elections. And that's it. Happy elections, write your pitch, 2 minutes. And there are a few ex-com members over here. The Sergeant at Arms is here. Toastmaster Sanidhya has been the treasurer, Toastmaster, he has been the vice president education and the president. The drama that has been going on, we just stopped him so that he can tell a little bit about his role. And Toastmaster Shivansh is the treasurer. So yeah, I'll just call from the last, Toastmaster Mansi.
So, hello everyone. For those of you who don't know, I'm the Sergeant at Arms in Toastmasters Amrita Bangalore. So it's rather the unseen part of the work that goes into making tab function the way it functions. So to understand more in depth of what the SAA does, apart from just stating the three rules that we do in every tab meeting. So the main and the primary role of SAA is to make sure that the meeting happens smoothly. So if a meeting has to happen smoothly, then one of the prime necessities is to make sure that the meeting hall is set. We are supposed to book the meeting hall, get the necessary permissions done, so on and so forth. So these are, it might seem like not much of a task, but in reality, it is, because there's a lot of permissions, there's a lot of groundwork that happens behind making an effective meeting. So that is what is the primary responsibility of an SAA. And obviously, we will have to start the meeting, and the meeting doesn't officially start without the SAA. So that is about the role. Now, please do give your pitches in if you're interested. It sort of fills you up with a sense of responsibility because it did for me. I hope it does that for you too. Back to Toastmaster Jasvitha.
And next up, we have Toastmaster Shivansh, who is the current treasurer. Yeah.
So, being the treasurer of the group, your major responsibility comes during the huh? Your major responsibility comes during the renewal season. See, as the treasurer, major job is to do the payments. Now, I'd encourage one thing importantly. If you're going for the treasurer role, make sure that you have at least two credit cards available. Maybe it is your father's friends, anyone's, but you should have at least two credit cards and at any time you can use those. Because when a new member comes in, they expect their payment to be done within a day when they have paid. And the other thing is you have to basically be responsible for all the club funds, whatever expense the club has, and everything. You have to make kind of a logbook type. It is a role that you will enjoy doing, and it is also a good role to kind of start your leadership journey too, because it doesn't require you to do it every day, every second, and everything. But at the same time, you have to be in contact with your VP membership and make sure that you have at least two credit cards, be it anyone's. Though you can ask for help in the Toastmasters group, it is there. We do have people who are ready to lend their credit cards for the payments, and you can pay them back at later at any time. But it is kind of encouraged to have your own credit card, since whatever taxation and the extra money that is spent, the international fee with that logbook. But it is a good stepping stone also voice your opinions to anyone at any given point. So if you do have the luxury of two credit cards, I'll say just go for it. Try your hands on it because it's a good role. It is not the toughest of the roles. I'll be very honest. It is not as hard working as VP at VP membership, VP PR, SA, or the president or the secretary. But it still has similar importance and it still does teach you about the leadership and everything. Back to the CLC member Toastmaster Jasvitha.
So next comes the role of the secretary. If I'm not sleepy enough and I remember it properly, secretary is a person who takes care of what? I was never the secretary. That's why I was telling if I remember it properly. Yes. So secretary is the person who takes care of all the accounts and the documents. And whenever you come to the meeting and you go onto the YouTube and you see a video over there, and you see those perfectly placed timestamps, you see the speaker has started over there, and you open the goal sheets, you see everyone's names, and once upon a time we even used to have the what is it called? The minutes of the meeting, the MOMs. So everything is going to be documented by the secretary and it will be given to the club members so they won't miss anything from the meeting. And whenever they are calculating for the Toastmaster of the month, each and every calculation is very important, whatever the role they have taken and where they have gone and the role takers, everything. This person may be the brain of the club. They are the computer of the club. That's the role of the secretary. So next comes the role of the Vice President Public Relations. So Toastmaster Shivansh, I have been one, so I'll tell about this. So the Vice President Public Relationship is a very creative role. When I first started, I used to think Canva and you just put a series of colors and your job is done. But this role is much, much more than that. People call, you open Instagram and you see digital creators over there. Maybe you are the digital creator of this particular club. That you can make reels, you can make a lot of content, everything that starts over. You see Toastmasters meeting, you see the venue, you see the poster, you see the caption, everything is from Vice President Public Relation and the team, the PR team. I think many of you are aware of the PR team that is over there. If you are interested, you can contact the PPPR currently, Toastmaster Harsha. And that is about the role of the VVPR. They are the face of the club, literally. That is given in the club leadership handbook. Next is the role of the vice president membership. I don't want to eat your brain, so I'll just give it to the president.
Right. Okay. How many of you are sleepy? Okay. That's good. Right. I'll quickly wind up all the remaining roles, starting with VP membership. You all are new members, right? You all saw what Aaryan was doing. He was contacting people. He was contacting all of you, telling you about what the club is, telling you how Toastmasters work, etc., etc., etc. Right? This is one job of the VP membership: contacting new people and increasing the membership of the club. The second role of VP membership is checking that if the members are comfortable in the club, the existing members are comfortable in the club. I mean, this can include, like, sometimes this has happened previously, but then we couldn't do in our term. Say the VP membership can plan a club trek or a club outing, something of that sort, so that the members are happy. If any member has a particular problem, he's facing something, he or she is facing something that, you know, any problem related to Toastmasters or in the club specific, he or she can approach the VP membership and tell them about their problems. Next comes the VP education. Now, I have been a VP education, and you all see what Toastmaster Sharanya does. The main job of VP education is to check the educational aspects of the club, organizing a meeting, finding role takers, like checking your mentor allocation. If you have any problems with your mentor, then giving a new member orientation, and then uh, approving your levels. Say all of you have not completed your levels yet, but then when you'll complete your level 1, you will ask for the VP Ed's approval. Then the VP Ed will approve your level 1 and then you will move to your level 2. So all these jobs are done by the VP education, the educational aspects. Coming to the president, But then the main job of a president is to manage the executive committee. There are 6 different people managing 6 different offices. And as a person who's a president, you have to check all the 6 different offices. You have to see what each and every office is doing. You have to see how the club is meeting deadlines, how the club is getting awards, how the club is, working in the best possible manner. You have to just overlook the entire thing. I mean, at this point, this much introduction about president is enough. I don't think any further details are necessary. But then, if you really wish to pitch for a specific role, contact your mentors, contact that particular executive committee member. You all have the numbers, they are in the groups. Just contact them, talk to them, call them, whatever. Even if you're not confident enough to become a member of the executive committee, at least give the pitch. The concept of giving pitches is the most important thing. Once you come here and you deliver a pitch, that is the biggest learning you can get in Toastmasters. So whatever be the case, register for at least one role and give the pitch. Prepare your pitch. Your mentors will help you in your pitches. Your executive committee will help you in the pitches. Give a pitch. Just come onto the stage, blabber something and go. And try for the elections. That's the only thing I can tell you after being in 3 executive committees. So I think all the best for the elections. I'll hand over the stage to the CLC, Toastmaster Jasvitha. And thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for briefing about the 3 roles, Toastmaster Sanidhya. So that was about the elections. And here Toastmaster Sanidhya told come onto the stage, blabber about something, but I would recommend you write a speech. Then come onto the stage. So one thing I have learned from my previous elections is that people don't remember the content that you have spoken, but they definitely remember how they felt while you give your pitch. So make your pitch have that element so that they can remember it. That is one suggestion that I can give you for your pitches. And a few more things that I want to say is that in case of a tie, there will be an additional vote that will be added from the CLC. CLC doesn't vote in the elections, and the elections will be conducted again for only those 2 tied persons. You don't have to give a pitch again, just the form will be released again. That is the way you conduct the elections. I know it's very boring, but it's going to be a very nice evening on November 4th when you come onto the stage and you give your pitches. For me, the pitches were the days that changed my subsequent life in Toastmasters. So I wish every one of you will write your pitches, come onto the stage, learn more about the roles from your mentors or any of the seniors. Everyone is open. And for my mentees, you can't send your pitches to me. I am a part of the CLC. So I'll redirect you to someone else. That's all. That is from the CLC. All the best and back to the TTM. Yes, voting is very, very important. We need everyone's attendance. Come.
So I'll summarize the election thing. It is by it is just that if you want something in your CV, come for elections. That's all. Or else there's nothing in the CV. Anyways, who is my next volunteer? Please cheer up. Pranav, come. The topic is I have a question.
A very breezy, chill Monday morning. Sitting in a class, I know not why. Someone on the podium blabbering, it hitting my ears and exiting straight away. Trying to make pieces of life come together, trying to get away what is typically said as the Monday blues. I wake myself. What is the point of all this? This question, not only to me, strikes against everyone once in a while, doesn't it? Why are we here? What is the point of all this? What are we gonna do with all of this? I had this question. But then, keeping this question with me, I still try to wake myself up. And then, sitting on the fourth bench near the window, which I usually do, the person on the podium calls out, "Are you sleeping?" On hearing that, my head, "No, sir, no, sir. I'm not, I'm here." It's like, is that so? Then what were we discussing about? Um, Sir, and my peers and classmates trying to prompt me. I say, "Sir, I have a question, a doubt." And I say, and he's like, "Oh, you have a doubt?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." "Sir, isn't it time for the break?" He's like, "Go wash your face and come." So, people, questions give you power. Have a question always and ask that question. With that, back to the table topic master.
Very well said, Pranav. So who is my next All India? Come, Uttam. Claps, claps. So Uttam. Your topic is, this is what I would like to teach.
Okay, so my topic is this is what I would like to teach. Firstly, whenever I have come to Amrita, whatever it was, first thing I had noticed was the lecturers, of course. They conduct these classes. I don't know how, but people tend to sleep in their classes. Even myself, I tend to doze off during physics class. That's a bit, you can say, non-abnormal. Like that's common. During computational physics, I just doze off. But coming to the lecturers, whenever I listen to them teaching us a new concept or a new idea, I feel like there's a better way to do this, right? And I tend to think about elaborate ways in which I can think about new ways of explaining to the students or my fellow classmates, not students. I'm not a teacher as of now. But I always had this dream that I want to be a teacher. I want to teach better than what they have taught. My point of teaching would be like first letting them feel comfortable with the concept, whether they are able to grasp it or not. Then I would like to teach mostly my favorite subject is mathematics. I love mathematics for life. However, I don't like it whenever I get the wrong answer or I lose marks so and so. And it would very effectively, like you can say, influence my CGPA. However, I would like to go with a teaching path where students feel comfortable. They treat me as their friend so that they can understand the concept and they don't have to like mug up concepts or so and so. My way of teaching would be to teach them how that formula or how that concept has come into existence, giving them a bit of project like not related to marks. I know Kesavalu sir does this, but okay, that would be my take on the question. What would you like to teach? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uttam. Who is next? Come.
Jasvini. So my name is Jasvini.
So your topic is, uh, I'll make one topic now. You're a hostler, right? Okay. You're in your hostel after 9:30. I guess there's one rule that you can't make noise and all that. Okay, your friend's birthday is there. At 12 o'clock, you're making noise with your friends. Warden comes. What will you do?
Actually, this just happened. Clapping silently, and we were having fun. Right. And we had made like this beautiful decoration for our friend. We were taking pictures. It was fun. And obviously, we lose track of what we were planning to. We were planning to have a silent party. We lost track of it. And then we ended up making some noise while taking some videos. And then there was a knock on the door. It generally doesn't happen. Like 12 o'clock. Why is she awake at 12 o'clock? Okay, fine. There was a knock. It was pure panic because we were supposed to be like 4 members in the room, but we were like 14 in the room. So we were purely panicking, and we had to search much everywhere. I know it was not going to happen. So yeah, and then our teacher enters. I mean, the warden enters, and then she starts checking everything. You get me everything out, otherwise I'm going to come in. Yeah, and then we start showing her everything, and then she did not believe that we were innocent enough to have a piece of cake from the grocery. She was searching for some booze, but we did not have any. We just were standing there with that piece of cake we bought for 60 rupees, and it was really fun. And then she goes telling us that there is a new warden. Oh, she's a PhD scholar. She's gonna report you guys, and you're gonna get debarred. I'm like, debarred for having a birthday party? Really? Exactly. I feel like this is completely weird because obviously we're going to celebrate our birthdays even though we're in college and we're studying. We're not some kind of sannyasis, right? We have to wish our friends. Yeah, so that's a new experience being in hostel. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a great speech. My last volunteer. I forgot the name. Madhav, come. I think I know that you play games, right? Online games, esports, something. You used to play, right? Okay, so your topic is your which game, by the way? The league. Okay, so playing the league, and your girlfriend calls. Imagine you have a girlfriend, and after that, just think, what will you do? That is the topic.
I'm gonna hang up the phone. What is someone supposed to do? Scenario. Hello, can anyone like hear me? So like my topic is what would I do in my game League of Legends? So like I'm playing my game. I'm playing mid with Ezreal, and my girlfriend calls up me, and I pick up the phone and I tell her that I'm busy.
Very frank. Okay, so that is my TTM session. Thank you all. Back to TMoD.
Right, thank you for that wonderful table topic session. The session with Mansi and Arpita, I'll never forget that. In a good way. Now, let's move ahead. For the next 5 to 6 minutes, I'll be talking about, well, I'll be jumping the gun, not just the gun. I'll be jumping a whole rifle and a half. So the reason I'm saying that is, you all know what the Starship is. You've heard of the Starship, right? It's Elon Musk's giant rocket that looks like a pencil. You've heard of that? Yeah. So he is not just him. Who's the other bald guy? Jeff Bezos. Huh. Yeah, him. So Blue Origin, I believe, is the company name. Blue Origin, and there is, yeah, so SpaceX. Now they're planning to take humans to Mars, right? For some reason. God knows what is on Mars. But they're planning to take us there. They want to take us there. That is the end goal. But before all of that, what is going on Earth? What I've noticed, and this should be fairly relatable to all most of you, if not all of you. So what are we, Gen Zs, right? All of us are Gen Z here. I don't think there's any Gen Alphas. Chalo koi nahi. Chalo koi nahi. It's fine. It's fine. So let's just consider you're Gen Z. We'll consider all of us are Gen Z. Huh. So way, but we can be stupid sometimes in more ways than one. So now now we Gen Zs, we have grown up with technologies, stuff like iPads, iPods, or latest phones, or Bluetooth, noise cancelling earphones, TWS earphones. These are all normal to us. Not so much to our parents. Our parents, I have a smart TV at home, right? There's a button on the remote that says Netflix. They ask me, how do I open Netflix? How do I answer that? There's a button with the logo on it. How am I, Dad, I'm so sorry. You probably won't watch this, but if you do, I'm so sorry. How am I supposed to answer stuff like that? Right? When we get new phones, user manual. No one reads that. Who reads a user manual, right? We know, boom, switch it on, SIM card inside, you have eSIM, great. You use all the functionalities. Our parents, no. So actually, this brings this brings me to this fact. My grandfather, he had, you know what the vibranium phone is? Vibranium phone? The Nokia 3310? The phone where if you drop it on the floor, you'll get a basement. You know that phone, that tiny phone? So he had that, and not so recently, but a few months back, we decided to, upgrade most of the house's tech. So my mom got a new phone, my grandfather got a new phone. So I still find somehow, after multiple explanations, they still ask me the same thing. Aaryan, how do I connect, this earphones, this wireless earphones to my phone? And for your information, it's not a complicated procedure. You open the case, that's all you do, and it auto connects. But somehow, some way, they still end up asking me the same questions, and I still end up giving them the same answers. Now, there's like we don't get excited for a lot of technologies unless it's something groundbreaking, right? I still get excited with contactless payments. You tap the card, boop, wow, right? The small things like that. In a world where people are focusing on taking us to Mars and all of this, a fun fact: private moonlanders. So space travel is becoming a private tourism thing now. There's a company called Intuitive Dynamics or something, some name like that, from Houston, Texas. Yes, so from Houston, Texas, they have, well, it already landed. I think it's news from February of this year. Odysseus is the mission name or the program name. So it was the first ever private lunar lander mission that succeeded. There's another one, I think, upcoming, where they're loading a lot of supplies like paintings and various things, and a new material which they plan to test for future spacesuits. So that's becoming a future, a travel method. So like how you had bullock carts in the olden times, now you have Uber. The next thing is space travel. I don't know where the limit is, but when it comes to generational differences, right? There are still people who believe that certain tech should not exist or is pointless. So we have now for us, if you have a nothing phone, for example, if someone here has a nothing phone or an S20 from Samsung, you want to upgrade it to maybe a newer phone or maybe a 1-2 years newer model. They don't care. They don't know how to use the old phone. They won't know how to use the new phone either. So this whole area of generational opinions and generational divides is very interesting, because what we find exciting, especially we're studying artificial intelligence. What is it? I don't know. I have no idea. I have a subject called Fundamentals of AI. No idea, boss. No idea. So now, this whole realm of AI, our parents are more interested in AI than they are in understanding how to use their own phone. Explain that. That doesn't make sense, right? So there's a lot of opinions. There's my grandfather has a different opinion on technology. My father has a different opinion on technology. I have a different opinion on technology. So amidst all these, different opinions, finding the right balance to make our older generations understand so we can actually progress as a society in terms of technology is something which I don't know is possible or not. It's very easy to code a 500-line game, but it's very difficult to make your parents understand this, or any old person for that matter. So without further ado, I now call upon the general evaluator. Acha, acha, we didn't have break, na? You guys want a break? Do you want a break? You're fine with me yapping? I'll continue yapping, no problem. Ha, chalo, okay, fine. Then no break. He's still, never mind. Chalo. Okay. Ha. Okay, so now I call, call upon the general evaluator, Toastmaster Pranav, for the evaluation segment and his three musketeers. Over to you. Clap, yaar.
Well, the public is disappointed because you said you will be yapping for 5 minutes and everyone was planning to doze off, buddy. And you call me over. All right. Now, well, today was supposed to be a what do you call trailer for the upcoming table topic contest, but it veered off into being something entirely different and fun. So this, on the outset itself, let me just tell it off that this is not how table contests happen. All right. And such is not the topics which are given. All right. The topics which are given are much more mundane and much more very generic in nature. All right. They won't be asking you, they won't be giving you a topic saying that, hey, do you have a question? And why, and you will be feeling, why am I saying so? Hey, I won the club level contest at table topics. I won the area level contest in table topics, and I came second or third in the division level contest in table topics. So yeah, this is something which I call my forte. Hey, little flex I can do. What problems do people have? See, subtle flex. But then some things are not supposed to be subtle. You need to be very proud of who you are. Well, with that being said, let me just start off with a very small brief of today's meeting in general, and then hand it over to the three people and a German speaking grammar Nazi. Or can I say a person who will say Thanos was right, but maybe Hitler was wrong? I don't know how. But then that's how the flow is going to be, at least for this section. All right. Well, a few general notes on the meeting. A very interesting theme, by the way. Rewinding the future from wow to why. But then the theme became mostly something which we all relate to, right? Tech. So I guess we can just rename this from as the evolutions of tech, from a wheel to the chatbot, and our parents being concerned more about the chatbot than anything else behind it. But well, a great theme and very well said at that. And then I'll just start off with the small things. We started, as I said, half an hour late. But then I have a saying, okay. India standard time is GMT plus 5:30, but Indian standard time is GMT plus 6. So we stick to the standard time which we Indians have. So at least kudos for doing that to the one member of the XCOM who's currently here. Then the presiding officer for today didn't introduce or have a word with the guests before the meeting started, right? You're supposed to call them up, make them feel homely. So let's start off with that first. We have two guests today, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah, let me start off with you first. Your name, a bit about you, what do you do, what do you like, and things in general.
Hi guys, my name is Mohith. I'm studying in second year Triple branch. So my hobbies are playing tennis, watching movies. I'm a cinephile basically. I watch a lot of movies, fond of it, fond of, how a director sees a movie through his vision, and a lot more into sports rather than studies. Who studies? Sports is way better.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you, Mohit, right? I'm terribly bad with names. But then, our next guest.
Hello everyone, this is Yashaswini. I'm from AIE, third semester. I like history. I read a lot of books about history, and I like to speak on the stage and not directly to people. I'm really bad with talking to people. I don't know how it works. Um, I'm a part of Kala. That's a very big personality trait of me. We just go there, work all the time, get no credit. So I'm specialized with that. I get no credit. Yeah, that's it. People don't even know I exist in class most of the time, except for in my electives. So that's about me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, there is a saying, let your actions do the talking and not your words. I guess you live up to that. because you're speaking on the stage with something which I have noted down as amazing as of now. And the irony at that, well, I was hoping that someone doesn't point that out. But then, with that being said, enough of me yapping. Let me give it, starting off with the person who says he can speak German, and Thanos was probably right. A person who I can, I guess, with everyone's consent, nickname the grammar Nazi, with and without the irony of it, as it really said. To the grammar Nazi, Toastmaster Vamsi, the grammarian.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav. Now, I'd like to start off by listing the names of the people who've used the word of the day. It's just one, Toastmaster Aaryan. Now, I'd like to move on to some of the words and phrases that I particularly liked and noticed. Rock bottom, that makes the two of us. Second nature, putting your hand into the devil's mouth. Out of the blue, Monday blues, and mundane. That's it. That's it for today. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Pranav.
Well, the grammar Nazi doesn't turn out to be much of a Nazi, people. He doesn't berate us for some things which we do wrong. For example, the quote which I just gave without any context. So I guess maybe a mild Nazi. What do you think? Now, coming to the person with the honors of the second longest intro today, the R counter Toastmaster Akshada. Well, technically, you people won't be counting Ash, but then she has the unfortunate job of doing it today.
Firstly, I would like to congratulate all the speakers today. Let's get to the report right now. Toastmaster Aaryan, your favorite word is so. And Toastmaster Pranav, you have made a very good use of pauses. I appreciate that. And Toastmaster Reha, you have used a couple of crutches. I suggest you to work on that. And Toastmaster Jasvitha is not there. So her favorite word is and Toastmaster Uttam, you have used a couple of words like and so please improve on that and thank you.
Well, that was the grammarian and the R counter done. So 2 out of 3 heads have been shot. Now, before we come to the third guy, let me just take a few minutes to just yap a little, as the word has been going around for today. Coming out with another notes of the meeting. Our SA today, Toastmaster Reha, she took it up at the last minute, and I guess it was her first role on the stage, if I'm not wrong. Second, no? Your first time taking the stage, right? As I say, first time taking the stage. So, well, a very valiant attempt, honestly speaking, for something which she prepared almost 2 minutes ago. And then she found it necessary to just even speak at the topic, not something which many people do. And one thing which I saw today, all right, is that if you're the SA, if you're the presiding officer, you're gonna give it over to people, right? So before you give it over to someone, as the SA, if you're giving over to the presiding officer, and as a presiding officer, if you're giving over to the Toastmaster of the day, keep a short intro of the person ready. Nothing fancy, just the person who annoys me the most, the presiding officer for today. Enough. Just introduce the person before they come up on stage. All right. That sets a vibe, sets a mood, keeps people engaged and involved. Something which we can work upon. And then, well, coming to Mansi as the presiding officer. Well, you opened the meeting, you stated the club mission, you gave the announcement, and you forgot to introduce the guests. You were very sloppy. You used the what do you call while using the phone? and yada yada yada. But all said and done, I guess none of us can fault much, right? So something which you can work upon your first presiding officer role. So did well. Now enough of me yapping, trying to get someone else on the stage, a person who's supposed to keep time. You know, time and tide wait for none. But this I made this guy wait. So the timer is waiting for me, and I'm gonna call him up now. That's the lamest joke I've ever said. Timer for the day, Toastmaster Rohan. The timer, yeah, Rohan only. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I've timed everyone today for their table topic sessions. Um, Starting with Toastmaster Reha, you took 1 minute and 15 seconds. Quite well for your first table topic session, if I do say so myself. Toastmaster Mansi, 1 minute and 34 seconds for a very interactive session. On to Toastmaster Sanidhya. He not here. Okay, he took 1 minute and 31 seconds for his table topic session. I was gonna say something about his perfume, but now Toastmaster Jasvitha. She took 1 minute and 46 seconds. Well, within time and very concise. Toastmaster Shivansh. He took 1 minute and 32 seconds. Very clear speech. Toastmaster Mohith. You took 49 seconds for your speech. Quite well, if I do say so for myself, for your first ever speech. Kudos. Toastmaster Pranav. You took 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Well, you made me lift up the red flag, but yeah, within the buffer period. So pretty good. Toastmaster Uttam, you took 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Again, had to lift the red flag up for you. Kudos. Yeah. Toastmaster Yashaswini, 1 minute and 52 seconds. Really good if I do say so myself for a guest. Even I couldn't do that much during my first ever table topic session. Next up, Toastmaster Madhav. You took 28 seconds for your speech, but a very deep and real 28 seconds, if I do say so myself. Kudos to you. Ah, And well, that's up for me timing. So thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rohan. Now that I remember your name properly, and a great job as a timer, if I do say so of myself. But then let me come on to the individual table topic speakers. Starting with the table topic master, who unfortunately felt dizzy and has gone to the clinic. We hope he's fine. Well, thanks for the compliment, first of all, Viraj, because you started off with your example saying that I'm handsome. I am grateful for that. Well, the topics which he gave can be a lot more clearer and can be very less open-ended. Can be more specific and to the point so that people are able to speak on it rather than having to nudge their head and include one sentence, right? But then it's a fun challenge of its own. Starting with our first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Reha. Well, there is one quote which I always say to speakers on the first time or whenever they come on the stage. If you have to be better at speaking, be the goofiest personality of yourself on the stage. Because if you're shameless on stage, there's nothing else which matters because you're like, I know it's going to be bad. Right? So don't be too nervous. Don't hold yourself very together. Don't be rigid. Just let it go. If you've seen Frozen the song, let it go. I'm not gonna sing it because I'm gonna ruin that beautiful song of it. Yeah, I'll save your eardrums. But then a valiant effort, must say. Uh, Toastmaster Mansi. Hello. Your topic was live talk with Arpita, right? And it was not supposed to be a live conversation with Arpita right there. All right. It was supposed to be something which you do yourself. But again, a fault of the topic, not so of yourself much. Can't blame you. Uh, Good effort. Good way of interacting with her much. You didn't have much questions to ask though. You could have drilled her more. Honestly, she's in a space where she couldn't speak much. Exactly. And then Toastmaster Arpita, are you there? I guess you did sleep. Yeah.
There.
Hello. All right.
Hello.
We won't ask you to turn your video on. We all know why. But all said and done, a great effort being a part of something which you don't have to be a part of. All right. And good that you were able to insert a lot of yourself into it. And I do appreciate the honesty and the frankness and the energy which you displayed, even though you are lying lazily on your bed. Great job at that. Now coming to the next speaker, who I guess was the best speaker today of table topics, Toastmaster Sanidhya. Uh, well, this topic, people, was the sun was shining bright that day, and it, I guess, can be among the good examples of tackling an open-ended topic. You don't have to address the topic itself; just bring it in as a phrase. Talk about it. He made a good joke about it, right? Saying that what we all do, saying, but I guess he just made expressed everyone's feelings on stage in a way. Ki bro, why are we here? Not just the guys, I guess the girls as well. Let's be very honest about it, right? So, in a way, maybe a bit objectifying, but he can tone down that a bit. I've told him that before. But then, honestly, not a bad topic. A good way to handle an open-ended question. Toastmasters Jasvitha, again, she's not here right now. Her way of bringing it back to Shivansh after telling a whole story and then saying that, okay, he can be my best friend because of it, is a decent enough way of handling it. Another example you can take. And then came Shivansh. All right, this can be another example of something which you should not be doing in a way. You were given a topic. You don't dismiss the topic immediately because you are given it so that you have to speak on it, right? He was given the topic, a drunken night between him and Niklesh, right? All of you know, some of you know Niklesh in a way. Most of you don't. It's fine. He is the previous president, a friend of mine as well. All right. So Shivan started off by saying, we haven't had a drunken night recently. And he just dismissed the topic. So whatever he spoke after that was not speaking on the topic. Isn't that right? So that is something which you should avoid, like as much as you can. Speak on the topic even though it's not true. Like, let's just take today's. Let me give you an example by saying our Grammar Nazi's intro today was among the best intros I've ever seen. Was very short, very sweet, very succinct, to the point. Everyone should learn how to write their intros from this guy, man. It is not true. But then you speak on it because you are given the topic, right? You don't have a choice about it. Now coming on to me, I didn't evaluate myself, so avoid me. Then there was a guest, Mohith, who spoke. Well, a very short and sweet way to put it, I must say. So good job at taking a stage in the first time in front of an audience who you don't know much. Good effort at that. Then we had Uttam, if I'm not wrong. Oof. Dude, that was good. See, when you have given a table topic, another thing which you can remember is you have to speak from 1 to 2 minutes. You don't have to speak for 1 minute. You don't have to speak for 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes. You are given up till 2 minutes. And then you have 30 more seconds of buffer after that. Right? So do not speak for half a minute or 1 minute. Do not target the lower ends. Your highest end is 2.5 minutes. Right? You don't have to speak only for 2 minutes and stop. Let the timer do some efforts. Let him raise the flag. He told that he had to raise the red flag for me and Uttam, which is like raising the red flags for the red flags, as Mansi rightly said. But then let him put in the efforts. Let his arms get weak by just raising the cards again and again and again. You don't have to make life easy for him. All of you. Just talk, yap on the stage. Doesn't matter. Target the higher end. You have till 2.5 minutes. You only start concluding a topic after seeing the yellow card, and you only finish it after seeing the red card. So you land it somewhere between 2 minutes to 2 minutes 25 seconds. That range, right? So that is what you should be targeting. Then we had Yashaswini, our another guest. Well, a very nice way to speak. And as you told when I asked you to introduce yourself, you were very comfortable on the stage, which is very rare for people who are taking the stage for the first time. You felt confident. You knew what you wanted to speak about. Your thoughts were well put together, very well structured. Something which I guess all of us can learn something from. Having a structured way of having your thoughts structured and then speaking them adds a lot of weight and value. I guess that should conclude the evaluation. No, I'm missing out my TMoD, my mentee. Well, as I said, the topic can be rewritten as tech in the view of generations, or from wheel to chatbots, however you want to put it. But then he did have, what do you call? Usually, what happens is this: the last 3 minutes, which he gave a monologue, basically becomes boring. People start searching their phones and things like that, right? But I guess today all of us were very involved in it. He ensured that he interacted with us. So kudos to that. Picking a topic which all of us felt relevant. So good job at that. And I guess that concludes my yapping and my evaluation. I don't think any of you want to hear more of me. Yeah, I was right. You guys don't want to hear more of me. With that being said, back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Aaryan, to take the meeting forward and conclude it.
I know you're tired because I am. So last 5 to max 6 minutes, right? I'll speak for 2 minutes. I have a small video to show you. It's quite an impactful video. So this last segment, I want to talk about something which I study and a lot of people here study. So yes, moving forward. So the last segment I want to speak about is something which I study. Both of these gentlemen in the front study. A lot of us study AI. Now, before I talk about the intricacies for about a minute, let's speak about something. Where do you think AI is in your life? Where all do you use it? Chalo, okay, ChatGPT. I'll come to that a bit later. Now, in your pocket, you have your phone, right? Hopefully not those crazy foldable ones, normal phones. So you have those phones. That phone tells you, you want to search up something, boom. You want to go somewhere, there's a graph-based Google Maps. It guides you wherever you want to go. You want to search up something which you don't know, Google is there. There are search algorithms which are AI-based. You find those. You want to search up or code something, you need help with that. If you're a true techie, you will use Stack Overflow. If not, you will use ChatGPT. So I use both. To what extent, I won't disclose here. So now with ChatGPT, or not just ChatGPT, there's Cloud, there's Gemini, there's a lot of AIs, right? Does anyone here know what the term is for, what the skill is for conversing with AI? Does anyone know what the term is? That's the term in which they communicate. Yes, thank you. Prompt engineering. In simple terms, I want to hear from the one of you because you both are first year. So I want to hear, what do you think prompt engineering is? Any one of you can answer.
Creating a very clear and concise prompt for the AI for it to model its response based on it.
That was, well, pretty perfect. So as Rohan said, it is basically structuring your response, right? To get the best possible answer from the AI. The best way to understand it for anyone who, it went over the head, prompt engineering, in simple terms, is AI Riz. That is what it is, right? It is AI Riz. You talk to it nicely, it replies nicely. You can ask it to be anything. You want to practice for an interview. You tell it, oh, play the role of an interviewer and be a harsh critic. I will ask you a few questions, or you ask me a few questions. I will, reply, and you assess me based on whatever scores. It'll run its whole algorithms in the back end and give you a lot of blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, you find out whether, it has helped you or not. If it has, good job. If it hasn't, congratulations, you wasted 45 minutes of your time. But so that's the role that AI plays in our lives, right? We have ChatGPT, we have the Tesla robots, we have various other things. Now AI is in cars. I see a MG on the road which says internet inside. Why? Why is that necessary? I think it's Hector or something which says internet inside. Aster has a little virtual, AI bot inside. Why do you need that? Why? Indian roads are bad enough. You don't need, and AI will not improve it. So now to conclude the meeting, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of a video, can I show? Chalo, okay. Yeah, I take notes. Don't judge me. Okay, has any one of you seen this video before? Wait, I'll come here. Has any one of you seen this video before? Right. So this is, like it says, this is actual footage from 1966 of what specifically children think what the 2000s would look like, right? There's 3 parts in it which I'll play. So I'll switch on the caption so you can. Right. So I'll stop it there to. Yeah. I mean, can you blame them? This guy is still stuck. Okay. Right. So atomic warfare, maybe not now, maybe sometime later. Well, okay, no, never mind. Cross that. Hopefully never. So other than that, they did say, people will be regarded as statistics. Obviously not people, but there are a lot of things now that are regarded as statistical numbers and, everything. You can apply math to everything, even to a certain extent in replicating emotions in robots, which is still an ongoing study. Then we saw that, some people think it's going to be very dull and machines will take over. Machines haven't taken over. I haven't watched Terminator in a long time, so maybe that might happen soon. We'll have a 6'5" naked guy coming up to you, walking to your bike, saying, "I need your outfit, I need your glasses." Maybe that'll happen, maybe that won't, or it'll be like Will Smith's iRobot, right? We don't know what the outcome of all this will be, because any expert that I've spoken to in this field, or any expert that I've heard online, says that AI is 5% at most, 7 to 8% of what it could be. If that is the case, if this is at 5 to 8%, forget 100. I'm wondering what it'll be at even 15 or 20%, right? That fascinates me. So without further ado, I'll know that we all are a bit tired. Too much tech for a day, too much tech for me also for a day. And he is still stuck and tired. So there's one person watching online. Arpita, I'm so sorry you're stuck with seeing that for the past hour. And to anyone who will be watching this on YouTube, Good luck. So I conclude the meeting here. Over to the presiding officer for the day, Toastmaster Mansi. Thank you so much. Why is this pinned?
All right. General evaluator, is the link ready? Right. In the meanwhile, so just brushing you guys up, this is not how the usual table topic contest or the evaluation context takes place. It's much more serious and you cannot just goof around coming on the stage because we have a chief judge. All right. But to the ones who are not listening in the first bench, hello. You can scroll on Instagram later. But as I said again, the contests that are going to happen in the coming week, if you're participating, they're going to be in a much more serious and a denser level. So the table topics is on 22nd and the evaluation is on 23rd. So all the very best to everyone who's participating in that. Now, for the guests here, and I got drilled for not interacting with you guys in the beginning of the meeting. But that being said, this is not how our usual meetings takes place. This is a table topics marathon, right? We have a structured way in which we conduct all our meetings. So first we have the introduction and then the presiding officer's note, and then that goes on to prepared speeches segment. Sorry. All right. Just a quick check. The voting link is out. So the guests you'll have to all right, so there is a structured way in which we conduct all our meetings. There is a prepared speeches segment wherein a speaker has to prepare and then deliver a speech. And for the all right, I'm just gonna in the meanwhile, does anyone else have to say anything about today's meeting, or in general just anything? If anyone's into yapping, you are table topic contest. Okay, as a participant. All right, so there are a few key takeaways if you guys want. Toastmaster Aaryan is here to let us all know about it regarding the contests.
Right. So I'm back. Hi. So I've attended as a role taker a few contests, table topic and evaluations, not in a college, well, one in a college in New Horizon and two in a corporate. So corporate contests, I'm not going to brief you about now because they operate in a slightly different way and are much more formal than club contests. So generally what happens is for the table topic contests, this is for the contestants as well and people who are thinking to be role takers. The SAA generally, so generally there are two SAAs. The SAA takes out the contestants to a physical breakout room, or if you're online, then a Teams breakout room, and you will not know what your table topic your topic is until you come inside. And when the first contestant enters, they will speak on it, followed by the second, and then the third. Once you're done, you can sit in the room. Once, as long as you have not given, you will not be in the room. So you cannot hear other contestants. And for example, the person who will be the last contestant, he will not know what anyone else spoke. He will not know about the topic. He will be outside the entire time. And when it comes to evaluation contest, like we have prepared speeches, which are 5 to 7 minutes, which we didn't have today, considering it was a table topic marathon. The test speaker will speak for 5 to 7 minutes, may or may not be from our university, could be from a corporate, could be from anywhere else. After the 5 to 7 minute speech, you will be given about 5 minutes time to write down your evaluations. After you've written down your evaluations, your papers will be collected by the on-spot SAA. And then in case you're online, then just have your video on, put it in your pocket or something. And there will be a chief judge and a contest chair, contest master, all of that. But that will be explained during the contest. I don't want to bombard all that information now. But once you've given your sheets, once your sheets have been collected, and you're out of the main room, one by one you will be coming in as per the the sequence, delivering your evaluations, sitting in the same room, same 2 to 3 minutes. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty much standard. The only thing you'll be doing is reading out what you've already written. So yeah, any questions? If you have any questions, you can always approach me or any of the XCOM members. I'm sure they have a lot more experience than me. So yeah.
All right, that's about it. If you have any more further doubts, all of them will be clarified before your contests. No worries about that, which is why I did not brief you guys as he did. But I guess that gives you a general idea of how everything proceeds in the contest. Like I was saying, we have a segment called prepared speeches where a speaker prepares a speech, gives a speech. If you have any more further questions of what are the speeches and how that works out, you can reach out to any of the XCOM member. As of now, it's just me. And then next we have the table topic session. So you got a glimpse of how it works out. So there are a couple of table topics where you can come and speak on the spot. And after that, we have the evaluation segment and then the closing. That's how our usual meetings are lined up. Got it? If you have any more questions or if you want to know more, you can reach out to any one of us. Alright, that being said, are the results right there? Alright, in the meanwhile, if either of you are willing to come and share your experience of how you felt this meeting was, that would be great. Actually, both of you do that. I think.
Hi, it was a great session, and it's not my first TAP session. I came here in my first year, and for several reasons, I couldn't like join the team, and I'm very not happy about it. It was a very nice experience. It was nice talking here and like listening to you guys talk.